You want to know what the irony of this picture is? Is that in the bottom left corner, it says stay home, save lives. Now, this is Gavin Newsom, and I've talked about him before. Now, like I said, this is a huge irony right here, just on that little caption alone at the bottom of the screen. Because if y'all haven't heard, Gavin Newsom had to shut down the beaches after just reopening them. Now, to my knowledge, I believe he only opened up one beach. I could be wrong. The people who my California subscribers, y'all can let me know if I'm correct or not. And I believe it was a small beach. It wasn't one of their big beaches. Now, California has a lot of beaches, but it was one of their more smaller ones. Just, I guess, as a test run to see how the people would act. So, when they opened up the beach, they still had to practice social distancing and everything like that. Most likely had to wear a mask. I'm not sure if that actually happened either. Based on some things that I've seen, I didn't see anybody out there wearing a mask. They were spread out, but I didn't see them wearing a mask. But there was just one problem, and I think this is probably going to be an issue a lot of other states who are quick to reopen are going to run into. Surrounding areas, or people who live in surrounding areas whose beaches were not open, decided to flock to that one. And what happened was it became a huge cluster of people started to go there. And then when they realized that they were not social distancing, he had to shut it down. Now they ruined it for everybody. And what I'm thinking is going to happen is that's going to be the case with other places like Georgia, for instance, who was quick to reopen. And that's going to end up happening too when you have people whose states may not be completely fully open are going to go to those locations to do whatever it is that they can't do in their state or maybe in their surrounding areas. Like I said, they are getting in way over their heads. We even said that they were opening up stuff way too soon because you have to take into account people are going to travel other places to do this. Now, I think in Florida, they said they reopened everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff with the exclusion of South Florida. In South Florida, that's like where Miami, is at. And that's a huge vacationing tourist spot. But I can't say that I feel bad for Gavin Newsom because we knew that he had to have known that this was not a good idea. Because you have to take, like I said, you have to take all of that into consideration, not just worrying about people being all to like closeness like that who live in the area. You got to worry about the people from the surrounding areas that are going to come and run to that place because they're bored and they're trying to get out and do whatever it is that they want to do outside of having to get essential items like food. And if you ask those people who were being interviewed at them beaches, they pretty much all said the same thing. They said, well, I go out, and I walk my dog and all types of stuff like that, and I go back home. But, I don't feel like it's anything bad for going to the beach and everything like that. Now look at what happened. The beach is shut down again. I saw that headline just pop up on my screen. I said, oh, I'm definitely going to talk about this. But see, that's what they get. We were trying to say this is not, they need to slowly migrate back into this thing. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't done so already. Have your notifications turned on, and I'll talk to you in the next one. One last thing I wanted to add into this is that many of these states or the people that's operating them, such as Gavin Newsom, are not taking into account that some people may be asymptomatic, meaning they don't feel any symptoms from this virus. And they may come to that beach unknowingly, not unknowingly, but unknowingly that they have the virus. And if they're not wearing a mask, boom, now it's spread it again. And that doesn't just go for Gavin Newsom, but that goes for a lot of these other states that are quick to reopen. But see, like I said, their arrogance doesn't allow them to think that far.